Hey, Brianna. Thank you so much for the investment.
Hi, Ryan. No problem. I really wanted to help you.
The project will definitely succeed thanks to you.
I really didn't do anything, but I know you would do the same for me when I'm in trouble.
Yes, definitely.
Well, my dad used to have an investment from your dad, so as his daughter and the current CEO, I'm just returning that favor.
You don't need to do that. Your father was a shrewd businessman, and I learned a lot from him. His death really is a great loss to us.
My dad was a cheerful man enjoying life every day, so he's probably drinking in heaven right now.
I would love to join him someday.
Me too. So please don't be too sad, because my dad won't like that, okay?
You're right about that. I'll do my best for him.
Me too. I actually need to make sure not to make my dad's company go bankrupt.
You are independent. I love that. I can't believe that a perfect woman like you is married to Micah.
I'm not perfect. Micah is outstanding and more perfect than me. He got into a big company without any connections, and he's a top salesman, right? I have a lot to learn from him.
Yes, but he's still a newbie and needs to learn more about the industry.
He does? I thought he knew everything.
He doesn't. I'm pretty familiar, so I'm going to teach him.
Can I sometimes join in too?
Sure.
Actually, may I hear about this at dinner tonight if we have time to talk?
Absolutely, but since all of my relatives are coming, there might not be time. I'm so sorry.
Please don't apologize. Let's enjoy the dinner tonight.
I'm so nervous to introduce you to my family because you're so out of their league.
Don't be. Everyone is equal, and I don't judge people because it's a waste of time. I'm excited to meet new people, so don't worry about it.
Thank you so much. OMG, you are the nicest person.
Am I? I'm just being myself. Anyways, see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Hey, you! Who's this? Victoria. Hi, did something happen? I heard from Micah that you're at my house. Why are you there? Isn't today the family dinner? I'm just waiting for all of you to come home. Is there a problem? Can I not be here? Of course not. You don't have my permission. That's trespassing. I also don't even know you, so I'm going to call the cops. Oh my gosh, are we seriously doing this again? I told you before that trespassing is when a person who you don't know goes into someone's place without permission. Also, you know exactly who I am, and even know my ID. Do I need to tell you my name again? It's Brianna. Please remember, we're family. Yeah, whatever. What? Family? Since when? Sorry, but I don't know you. You said I was when I got married to Micah. Oh, I did? I don't remember that, but even if I did, I take it back. Did something happen to you, like an accident? Because it seems like you forgot about this and other things. Or is it age? Nothing happened, and stop treating me like I'm old. I'm still young. Oh, you must be okay because you're talking back. That's good, you made me nervous. Are you making fun of me? No, I was scared. Anyways, did you forget my face and name? I'll be meeting you in a little bit, so would you like me to put it on a name tag? I can if you want me to. That way you'll remember me. That's enough. Are you trying to pick a fight with me? What? Pick a fight? No, I'm just worried about you and thought it would be a good idea. If I do that way you'll get to know me. You don't have to do that because I don't care. Why are you mean when Micah is not around? What do you not like about me? I really want to know. Fine, I'll tell you. You're not part of our family. I asked you for the reason. That answer is like saying the house burned down if I ask you why there's a fire. We're not talking about a fire right now. Are you stupid? I know that. It's just an example. You were so weird. This is obviously not getting through your head, so we'll end this conversation. You know what? You're pissing me off, so please leave. I'm asking you nicely. Why? I just got here. So what? I don't want to see your face. Please don't say that. I'm excited for tonight because we're having sushi, right? I was craving for it, so I definitely want to eat it. Who said that you're allowed to eat? It's a family dinner, right? Yeah, but this is my house, so I have the right to decide. Plus, didn't I just tell you to leave? Keep on saying that it's your house, but the owner is your husband, right? I'm sure he'll say I can stay. I don't think so. Why? He doesn't want you to be part of the family. He's tired and annoyed at your attitude because you act like you're above everyone else because you're a CEO. I know you're lying because you never say that about me. I'm actually surprised that you're forgetful, but can make up a lie. Is this one of your talents? I'm not lying about this. Do you have proof? He said this on the phone, so I don't. Also, Micah. He once told me that he regrets marrying you. He called you an idiot. On the phone, huh? It's obvious that you're lying about this because I just talked to Ryan 10-15 minutes ago. And Micah yesterday, and they told me how much they appreciate me. It's true that I'm an idiot, though. Should I punch you in the face once? Maybe you'll remember everything and change your attitude. Shut your mouth. Just admitted that you're an idiot, right? Yeah, I mean, it's better to be honest than lie like you. I'm not surprised because your dead father was an idiot, too. Excuse me? He was exactly like you, like father, like daughter. Weird and two-faced. I would be embarrassed to have a father like him. You can talk shit about me as much as you want, but not my dad. You just crossed a line. I can't stand people making fun of my dad. I'm just telling the truth. Anyways, I'm going to be there in a little bit, so if the sushi comes, can you receive it and put it on top of the kitchen counter? It's only for my family, so you can't have any. Your dinner is canned soup that I put on the floor for you in the dining room. I'm leaving, so that's not going to happen. Oh, are you mad? Yeah, I am. I'm going to let Ryan and Micah know about this.
Oh, hi, Brianna. Did you call me?
Yeah, I did. Sorry to call you while you're at work. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Don't worry about it. Sorry I couldn't pick up because Victoria was calling me. My lunch break is over now, so would it be okay for me to text you? I could call you back in like an hour or so if it's easier to talk on the phone. If it's an emergency, I can call you now.
Victoria called you? I bet she was lying to you. It's not an emergency, so texting is totally fine with me.
Thank you for understanding. Can we talk about Victoria first before you ask me something? Sorry.
Actually, that something is about Victoria.
Oh, did something happen between you two? She was talking shit about you and said how you were being rude to her.
What? Are you serious? She was the one being rude to me.
Don't worry, I knew that from the beginning, so I didn't really listen to her.
Do you know what she told me? She told me to leave the house because I was not invited and not part of the family.
Did she really say that? That's very rude of her. You were always welcome in my house because you're like family to me. Plus, Micah and I invited you. What the hell is she talking about?
Thanks, Ryan. She also said that you were tired and annoyed by my attitude because I looked down on everyone because I'm a CEO or something like that. But I know you will never say that.
That's right. Never in a million years will I say something like that.
So that's why I didn't listen to her. Do you know what else she said?
What?
She told me to can soup on the floor instead of sushi because it's only for her family.
Seriously? You can't believe her. You don't need to do that, okay?
Yeah, it was ridiculous, so I decided to go home.
What? You're going home?
Yeah, she also said one more thing that really pissed me off. I don't want to see her because I might punch her in the face.
What did she say? You're not like this, so I'm surprised.
She said that my dad was weird and an idiot.
Oh, that is not okay. She crossed the line. I'm so pissed off right now. Thank you for telling me everything. I have a plan, so can you please send me screenshots of the conversations you had with her?
Sure. Do you need my help with that?
No, I can do it by myself. Thanks.
Hello? If you see this message, please respond or else I'll call you until you pick up. Can you stop calling me 60 missed calls in 10 minutes? Seriously? Why are you not picking up? I was driving from my office to my house listening to Backstreet Boys. That's why. I can't text while I'm driving. Everyone knows that. What the hell do you want? Please come back. Why? My husband is pissed at me. Yeah, and? What did you say? I just told him what you said to me, that's it. Can you come back and ask him? He's ignoring me. Hey, if you're home, can you call me? Nope. I know it's going to be a waste of time. I want to take a rest without any distraction until my reservation time for the sushi restaurant. I couldn't eat at your place, so... Please, our family dinner is ruined right now. Oh, is it? Well, I'm so lucky I was able to leave because I really don't like family dinner. That's not what I want to talk about now. No one is going to tell me why my husband is pissed off. I will tell you then. Your husband has an investment in my company. What is that? What does that mean? It means that I'm helping him earn money, so do you have any idea how bad things will get if we don't get along? What? Really? I don't care about that. Why didn't you tell me about this? Well, we agreed to keep it a secret because we thought that people would be concerned about this because it's risky. How much did he invest? Why should I tell you? Because I'm his wife. It's his money and he told me not to tell you. I don't care if he told you not to tell me. I have a right to know. That's not my problem, so can you talk to him about that? Oh, Mike is also pissed off, just to let you know, and other people too. Other people? Wait, did you tell my relatives also? Yes, I did. I sent them screenshots of our conversation. Is this why everyone is in another room talking and staring at me? Maybe? There might be other reasons too. I don't care though. Nellie, excuse me? I want to take a nap before I go to the sushi restaurant. No, please, can you come back? I'll apologize. I'm going to get kicked out of the house. You should experience hell once because Ryan has been spoiling you this whole time. Now that you're in this situation, do you regret what you've done? Yes, I do, and I don't know what to do. Gee, what should I do? Hi, honey. I'm so sorry for everything. I didn't know that you two were business related.
You were about to break the relationship I had with our company.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize to you as many times as you want.
I also can't believe that you were going to make Brianna eat canned soup off the floor.
No, I was thinking about eating that later on. You know, like a midnight snack.
I have all the screenshots of the conversations you had with her, so don't think about making excuses. Also, it seems like you said things that Micah and I never said.
Oh, about that.
The number one thing that pissed me off is you making fun of her dad. She was trying to be cool about that, but she was really pissed off.
Look, I'm regretting what I said and what I did.
You've done something that's unforgivable.
I know that. I'll be more careful not to say those things from now on.
From now on? There is no from now on. I want you to leave the house.
What? What do you mean?
Leave the house and let's get divorced. I can't deal with you anymore.
Wait, please don't leave me.
Everyone here agrees with me, so just shut up and leave, okay? I'm asking you nicely.
We talk about this and rethink what?
There is no need to talk about this. Bye.
Wait, please. Why are you still calling me? 700 missed calls? Really? Where are you now? I just finished eating sushi now, and since I don't have anything to do, I was thinking about going to the city and looking for the fattest rat. I'm at your company now. Why? Oh, are you going to apply for a cleaning job? Thank you, because we did need one. No, I'm here to ask the company to make an investment for my husband. What are you talking about? My husband's investment. Weren't you planning to do it today? Even though you're not here, I'll ask someone. Are you serious? People will think you're crazy if you do that. Are you inside the building now? Yes, and I'll go talk to the employees. I don't care because I'm going to get kicked out and get divorced. I actually did it already today. What? Then why is he still pissed? I thought he was mad that you didn't do the investment. Are you stupid? Did you think that that's the reason? Seriously. Yes. Wow, I don't even have a word to say to you. By the way, I just got a text from one of my employees that the police is going to be there soon. What? Why? You stormed in and yelled at everyone and threw staplers and calculators at them? And at the wall, so of course the cops are gonna come. You could have hurt one of my employees and you made a hole in the wall. I'll demand compensation because you damaged my property. Sorry I did that. I was panicking. It doesn't matter. I'm so embarrassed and I don't want anything to do with you, so I'll cut ties with you. Wait, we're a family, right? Can you explain to the cops that I was panicking and misunderstood something? Who's this? I don't know you. Sorry. Bye. Victoria was taken away by the police for trespassing and obstruction of business. Because of that, everyone in her family cut ties with her, and since she had nowhere to go, she became homeless. She needed to pay for the compensation but had no money, so she had to go into debt. She's now a day worker, working long hours every day. The canned soup that she was going to make me eat on the floor is now her expensive meal. How funny is that, right? On the other hand, Ryan had a very successful project that I invested $30 million in. He's now focusing on his job to cover up the loneliness of being single. But Micah and I will always be there for him. Now that Victoria's gone, I'm living a stress-free life and I'm enjoying my life every day.
Tomorrow I'll be coming over. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, no. I mean, you're actually in the way, though.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Exactly what it sounds like, of course. You're really in the way. Why are you coming over in the first place? I mean, this house was just newly built, and you're going to bring a whole vibe of poverty with you. You're not planning to move in with us, are you?
Alyssa, I'm not quite sure I understand what you're trying to say. Tomorrow is the housewarming party, right? I thought you invited all the relatives to gather and celebrate together. That's why you asked me to come, isn't it?
My parents are, of course, welcome to come, but I don't recall inviting you. Why would you come as if it's a given that you're supposed to be there?
Kyle invited me. Are you telling me you didn't want me there? After all the support I've given? That seems hard to believe.
What? I don't recall you giving us any support whatsoever. Besides, it's only natural for parents to support their children. My parents would never be so self-righteous as to hold that over my head.
Well, sure. That may be true, but I'm still your husband's mother. I'm Kyle's mother too, and by extension, I'm your mother-in-law. Don't you think it's a bit much to treat me like I don't matter? I've helped out with a lot with the house too, so...
Wait a minute. You're not seriously thinking about moving in with us, are you? Because if you are, let me be clear. There is absolutely no chance of that happening. Do not even think about it.
I never said anything about wanting to move in with you.
Oh, really? Are you sure you're not secretly eyeing our new house and planning something? But I heard that you're actually planning to live with Kyle's younger brother, Chris. That's what I've been told, so don't you go changing plans without consulting anyone, okay? I'm telling you now, living together is off the table. Absolutely not happening. I'm sure you already understand that though, don't you?
I understand, but there's no need to be so harsh about it, is there? And again, I never said anything about wanting to live with you. Have you ever been listening to what I've been saying?
Whatever. I just can't deal with people who don't have any money.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Sorry to say this, but I absolutely refuse to take care of you in your old age. It's just not going to happen. I know it must be tough for you with your husband gone, but that's not my problem. Just don't get involved in our lives, okay? For me, it would be a huge inconvenience if you did. I absolutely refuse to be dragged down by someone without money. There's no way I'm going to let a poor person like you ruin my life.
Hold on, Alyssa. What exactly do you think you're saying right now? Calling me poor? That's incredibly rude and insulting, don't you think? What exactly do you take me for?
A poor beggar, I guess.
Alyssa, enough. I'm coming tomorrow to celebrate you. You're being unbelievably rude. I don't know what kind of misunderstanding you're under, but I expect you to show at least some basic courtesy.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about that if you just didn't come, would you? You seem so eager to come to our house, and I'm just suspicious. You're not planning on showing up because you need money again, are you? Anyway, for your own good, I suggest you don't come tomorrow.
What? Need money? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're getting at, but I'll see you tomorrow. Kyle, there's something that's been bothering me a little.
Huh? What is it? The house was built without any problems. It's perfect. Brand new.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Has Alyssa misunderstood something about me? She said something that made it seem like I'm asking for money, but that's just absurd. I would never do something like that. So how could she even get such a strange idea?
Wait, what? Alyssa said something like that? I don't really know why she would say that, but, women can be like that sometimes, right?
Like that? What do you mean by like that?
They tend to misunderstand things and say weird stuff. But hey, I wouldn't know anything about it, and Alyssa probably didn't mean it seriously anyway. It's better if you just don't worry about it.
It's not just a matter of me worrying about it. I'm asking because I want to understand how this misunderstanding even came up in the first place. That's why I'm asking you. And, did you not tell her about the details regarding the house? Like the budget? If she knew that, there's no way this kind of misunderstanding would have happened, don't you think?
She probably knows everything she needs to know. I mean, maybe I might have forgotten to mention a few small details, but that's not really something we need to dig into too deeply, right? Seriously, don't stress about it.
Kyle, I don't really understand what you're saying here. What do you mean by not digging too deeply? Are you telling me you didn't explain everything to her? Because if you didn't, then that's probably why this misunderstanding is happening. I really want to clear things up before this gets worse. Can we sit down and have a proper conversation about this tomorrow? I don't like the idea of this confusion being left unresolved.
Wait, hold on a sec. Were you planning to come over tomorrow?
What are you talking about? You're the one who invited me in the first place.
Well, yeah, but you're not that close with Alyssa, so I didn't actually think you'd come. Are you coming with Chris?
Yes, Chris and his wife are planning to come too, and I'm coming with them. But the way you're talking, it sounds like you don't really want me to come. What's that about? What are you trying to say?
No. That's not what I meant at all. You're just overthinking this, really. So, see you tomorrow then, and don't worry too much about Alyssa. It's best if you just avoid talking about it altogether, huh?
I don't understand it all, Kyle. I'm asking because I want to know more details, but you're not listening to a single word I'm saying.
Wow, you actually came. I should have put up a sign saying old hag's not welcome. Seriously though, why don't you just head back home already?
Alyssa, I can't believe you can say something like that.
Well, I didn't say it directly earlier because of Kyle, obviously. But look, there's nothing for you here, so why don't you just go home already? I don't remember inviting you to our new house. We don't do charity work here, and we definitely don't entertain money-hungry old hags. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
You might regret saying things like that. You really have no idea what you're doing, do you?
Regret? Oh, what's gonna happen, huh? Seriously, you're talking like you're someone important. Well, newsflash, you're not. You're just a washed-up, broke old woman. There's nothing I want from you. Just leave already, okay? And do it quietly so you don't ruin the mood for everyone.
I understand exactly what you're trying to say now. But trust me, you're going to regret this. Are you sure this is what you want? Does Kyle know you're saying these things?
Of course he knows. Kyle said I can do whatever I want. He told me he doesn't care if I cut ties with you. You're his mom, but clearly he doesn't care about you at all. It's honestly hilarious how little respect he has for you.
That might be true. I see. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing anymore. It seems like there's a lot Kyle hasn't told you yet. But that's no longer my concern, is it? If cutting ties with me is really what you want, then so be it. I'll leave now. Goodbye, Alyssa.
Oh, please, just go ahead and leave already. We both know you're just saying that because you're bitter. Honestly, neither Kyle nor I care about anything you have to say.
Goodbye, then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just remember, today might be the last fun day you have for a while.
Answer the phone! What the hell is going on? There are workers here saying they're going to demolish the house. They've even brought in heavy equipment. I asked Kyle, but all he's doing is freaking out. He just keeps saying ask her. What's happening?
I've decided to demolish the house. Is there a problem with that? It was my land and my house after all.
What? What are you even talking about? That makes no sense.
That house was built on my land, and the house is in my name as well. I had it built according to your and Kyle's wishes, but now I've decided to pass it on to my younger son Chris and his wife. So I'm having it demolished and rebuilding it for them. You've had enough time to enjoy the new house, haven't you? It's time for you to move out so the construction can proceed. It's not your house anymore.
Wait. What are you even talking about? This is Kyle's and my house. What's this nonsense about land and names? This is absurd.
I knew it. Kyle never told you, did he?
What? What didn't he tell me?
Well, Kyle really wanted to give you a new house. You were always comparing yourself to others, complaining about how your friends had new houses and how much you wanted one too. Kyle wanted to make you happy. But then his company went under. I bet he didn't see that coming.
Wait, Kyle's company collapsed?
Yes, he tried to buy a house for you to meet your expectations, but after his company went bankrupt, he couldn't even get a loan. So he came to me. Since I own a lot of land in the area, I had a few properties, but you and Kyle insisted on a brand new house. I lent him the land and helped with the construction cost. That's how you got your new house.
This is crazy. This is completely insane. If what you're saying is true, that means Kyle, my husband Kyle, has been lying this whole time. He's been unemployed, secretly living off your money and hiding it from me. That makes him a total loser.
Well, loser might be a bit harsh, but yes, that's the truth. The house you've been boasting about, that new house you're so proud of, it's thanks to the poor old woman you were so eager to insult. Isn't that ironic?
No. That has to be a lie. Kyle told me. He said you were the one asking for money. He said you were in debt, and that's why we were barely making ends meet each month. He said he was lending you money every month.
No, Alyssa, still don't get it? The reason you and Kyle are barely scraping by is because he hasn't had a job since the company went bankrupt. Do you even know if he's been making any money at all since then?
So, wait. All of this is true?
Why would I lie? Anyway, I've had enough of this conversation. I need you to move out as soon as possible. We can't start the demolition work with you still there, and frankly, you're just causing trouble. You tried so hard to kick me out of the house, but it turns out you're the ones who have to leave after all. Funny how things work out, isn't it?
Wait! You can't just spring this on us out of nowhere. Talk to Kyle first. He's your son. And look, I know you're mad about how I acted yesterday, but you can't go this far. This is too much, don't you think? This house is brand new. We just moved in. Tearing it down is crazy.
The fact that I'm willing to go this far just shows how much I don't want you living here anymore.
What? Do you really hate me that much?
It's not just you. I'm fed up with Kyle as well. But Chris and his wife are expecting a baby now. They need a proper home, and this land is perfect for a large house. I've already decided to tear down this place and build a 2-family home here for Chris and his new family. You two have had your fun in the new house. It's time to make way for the future.
Wait a minute. You're tearing down our house to build a new one for Chris and yourself? That's incredibly selfish. Have you ever considered how this affects us? Are we supposed to just move out because you feel like it? That's completely unfair.
Unfair? You're calling me selfish? I'm not the one who insulted my mother-in-law, calling her poor and useless. I'm not the one who tried to sever ties with my husband's family just because I thought I was better than them. Remember, you're the one who told me you didn't want me in your life, didn't want me around. So fine, you don't want me? You won't have the house either. And frankly, I'm done with you and Kyle. I've had enough of both of you. You're no longer my concern.
No, please wait. You can't just do this. What are we supposed to do now?
That's not my problem. You brought this on yourselves. Good luck figuring it out with your husband. I'm sure you two will manage. Somehow.
Mom, please pick up the phone. I'm in real trouble here. I have nowhere to live, and Alyssa is about to kick me out too. She's even talking about divorce now. Can you believe it? Why is it coming to this? We just built that house.
Kyle, you should be ashamed of yourself. You've been telling Alyssa all these things about me, making me out to be the bad guy. And now you come crawling back to me for help? Do you even have any idea how much money I've lent you over the years?
I thought you'd help me out because I'm your son.
The money I lent you is not a gift. It's a loan, Kyle.
What do you mean?
It's just a debt. I have all the promissory notes for the money I've lent you until now. I've consulted a lawyer, so once you start working again, I'll be expecting you to pay it all back immediately.
Wait a minute, Mom, are you serious? You plan on taking back the money you gave me?
I never gave it to you. I lent it to you. Don't get it twisted.
But why, Mom? That house was supposed to be mine. You can't just suddenly decide to give it to Chris instead? Did he somehow convince you to do this? Is that what happened here?
Kyle, wake up. What you're doing right now is honestly disgraceful. Lying to both your mother and your wife to get money isn't a way to live. You should be thankful that Alyssa is letting you stay at her house, considering how things are going for you. I'm cutting ties with you for a while because if I don't, you'll keep relying on me. You'll end up being a burden on Chris, too.
Cut ties? Are you out of your mind?
You were the one who said Alyssa could do whatever she wanted when she tried to cut ties with me.
I just didn't want to deal with upsetting her.
Well, good for you. Now you can sever ties with me too. And as for the money I lent you, I'll make sure to collect it properly. You need to find a job and figure your life out.
Mom, wait. What about my house? You can't just take that away.
You should earn your own money before thinking about owning a house. Do your best with Alyssa. Work together. I'm just an outsider in this situation. Goodbye.
You decided not to demolish the house after all, didn't you? I heard this from Chris's wife.
Oh, you're still in touch with her? It's perfectly fine for you to maintain contact, but I'd appreciate it if you could refrain from getting involved any further in our lives. It would be quite inconvenient if you were to come over to the house unexpectedly. If you really don't want things to escalate to the point of involving the police, I would ask that you please stop any further actions.
I have no intention of doing such a thing. I had no idea that Kyle had just barged in uninvited. He himself regrets it now and has been thinking about his actions.
So you're not going through with the divorce after all?
There have been a lot of ups and downs between us, but after reflecting on everything, I think I also have my faults. So I've decided to forgive him for what happened.
I see. That must be quite tough for your parents too, having to witness all of this.
Kyle has recently found a job through my parents' connections, which has been a relief. He is finally taking things seriously and working hard. I really wanted to reach out to you to sincerely apologize for my past behavior.
Huh? You want to apologize to me?
Yes, absolutely. I'm really sorry for saying such rude things before. After hearing all the circumstances from Chris, it opened my eyes to the truth of the situation we were in. Now I'm also working myself. We are both trying our best to get our lives back on track together.
I'm surprised. I never expected to receive an apology from you. Alyssa, it seems you really have come to your senses and matured through all of this.
I sincerely apologize for being rude all this time. I didn't know that you were helping out with our living expenses during those difficult times. I feel terrible about that.
It's fine now. It's all in the past, and we can't change what has already happened. You both are still young, and if you've decided to work hard as a couple, I truly hope you put in a lot of effort to make it work. I'll leave it to you to take care of everything from now on. However, please don't overdo it either. Remember to take care of yourselves. Well then, thank you for taking the time to contact me. I appreciate it.
You take care of yourself too. I'm truly sorry for everything that has transpired.
Thank you for realizing the situation and reaching out to me. I hope you both work hard for a brighter future ahead. I have been maintaining my silence with Kyle as usual, keeping a distance and avoiding any communication with him. It has been quite a long time since I last heard from him, and I've grown accustomed to this state of being without him in my life. The memories we shared are now distant echoes, but they still linger in the back of my mind. However, recently, through Chris's wife, I learned some news that took me completely by surprise. Alyssa is pregnant. When I first heard that news, a whirlwind of emotions surged within me. I felt a mix of curiosity, concern, and even a hint of nostalgia. On one hand, I found myself wondering how they were handling this significant change in their lives. On the other hand, I couldn't help but reflect on my own feelings regarding Kyla and Alyssa, especially considering the tumultuous history we all shared. The thought of them starting a family together raised so many questions in my mind. Questions that I had to confront as I processed this unexpected information. It seems that Kyle is now working seriously, striving to be more responsible. I've heard that he is genuinely trying to make an effort to turn his life around, which is something I never thought I would see happen. This newfound dedication includes working hard to pay back the debt he owes me, which is a remarkable change in his behavior. His commitment to paying the debts shows a level of responsibility that was previously lacking in his character. This shift in his attitude gives me hope that he is on a better path. And moreover, it appears that they have managed to move out of Alyssa's parents' house together. This step signifies a degree of independence and maturity that Kyle seemed to struggle with in the past. The fact that they are living on their own now suggests that they are trying to build a life together, separate from their families, which is a significant milestone. It's a step towards self-sufficiency that I hope will serve them well in the future. As I think about all of this, I feel somewhat relieved that he seems to have learned something from that experience we went through. The hardships and challenges that they faced must have contributed to his newfound determination. Life often teaches us lessons in unexpected ways, and perhaps this is one of those moments for him. It's a realization that the struggles we endure can lead to personal growth, and I hope Kyle has genuinely taken the time to reflect on his actions and their consequences. Despite the pain associated with our past, I want to believe that Kyle has truly come to understand the impact of his decisions on those around him. It's important for people to learn and grow from their experiences, and I want to hold on to the hope that he is becoming a better person, one who is capable of taking responsibility for his actions and the effects they have on others. If we ever meet again, I hope to be able to smile and forgive him. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. It not only helps the person being forgiven, but also offers a sense of peace to the one doing the forgiving. I realize that holding on to resentment only weighs me down, and I want to move forward with my life without that burden. The thought of letting go is liberating, and I want to embrace that freedom. Meeting Kyle again would present an opportunity for both of us to acknowledge the past, but also to look toward the future. I want to be in a place where I can genuinely wish him well and mean it. I believe that people can change, and I'd like to think that he is on that journey of change now. I want to be able to recognize the efforts he has made and appreciate his growth as a person, even if it took time for him to reach this point. As I reflect on my own journey, I find that I have also undergone significant changes. The experiences I've had, both with Kyle and Alyssa, have shaped me into a stronger and more resilient person. I've learned the importance of self-love and self-acceptance, and I'm no longer willing to settle for less than I deserve. This journey has been transformative, and I am grateful for the lessons I have learned along the way. I've had my share of struggles, and I understand that everyone has their own path to walk. If Kyle is truly committed to being a better person and making amends, I'd like to support that in whatever way I can. Life is too short to dwell on past grievances, and I want to embrace the idea of new beginnings, both for myself and for those around me. In reflecting on all of this, I realize that my feelings toward Kyle are more complicated than I initially thought. There's a part of me that still feels hurt by what happened, but I also recognize the importance of letting go. Life has a way of moving forward, whether we are ready or not, and I want to be a part of that forward motion. I don't want to be anchored by the past. I want to sail into the future with hope and determination. With Alyssa pregnant, there are new dynamics at play, and I can't help but wonder how this will affect their relationship. Will they be able to build a stable family together? Will Kyle continue on this path of responsibility, or will old habits resurface? I hope for the best for them, but I also understand that the road ahead may not be easy. Parenthood brings with it a unique set of challenges that can test even the strongest relationships. The thought of Alyssa becoming a mother fills me with mixed emotions. She and Kyle have had their share of ups and downs, and now they are stepping into a new chapter of their lives. I can only hope that they are prepared for the challenges that parenthood brings. I imagine that this experience will force them to confront their past mistakes and grow as individuals and as a couple. I want to believe that they will rise to the occasion, but I also know that it requires a lot of work and commitment. As for me, I will continue down on my own journey, cherishing the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Kyle and Alyssa. I want to be someone who can look back on my past without bitterness, someone who can genuinely wish for the happiness of others, even those who have caused me pain. It's a powerful feeling to let go of negativity and replace it with a sense of peace and acceptance. I've realized that life is too precious to hold on to grudges. It's important to forgive not only others, but also ourselves for the mistakes we've made. I want to embrace the future with an open heart, ready to welcome whatever comes my way. I want to live a life filled with joy and gratitude, surrounded by those who uplift and inspire me. In the end, all I want is peace. Peace for myself and peace for those around me. I want to embrace the idea of forgiveness and the possibility of second chances, not just for Kyle, but for everyone in my life. I'm ready to move forward and make the most of whatever comes next. Life has a funny way of working itself out, and I trust that whatever the future holds, it will be for the best. As I think about the future, I find myself contemplating what my life will look like in the months and years to come. I hope to continue growing as a person, to explore new opportunities, and to find happiness in the small things. The idea of starting anew excites me, and I want to chase after my dreams without hesitation. I also want to surround myself with people who support me, who encourage me to be the best version of myself. Building a strong support system is vital for personal growth, and I want to invest my time and energy into relationships that foster positivity and understanding. I want to be there for others as well, to lend a listening ear or a helping hand whenever possible. Ultimately, I want to live a life that reflects my values and beliefs. I want to be true to myself and pursue my passions wholeheartedly. I hope to travel, to experience different cultures, and to meet new people who can teach me about life in ways I have yet to discover. There is so much to learn and explore in this world, and I want to embrace every opportunity that comes my way. While I may not have all the answers right now, I trust that I am headed in the right direction. I believe that every experience, whether good or bad, contributes to our growth as individuals. I want to take the lessons I've learned from my past and use them as stepping stones toward a brighter future. As I prepare to embark on this new chapter of my life, I feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. I am ready to face whatever challenges may come my way, armed with the knowledge and wisdom I have gained through my experiences. I want to be resilient, adaptable, and open to change. In conclusion, as I reflect on the news of Alyssa's pregnancy and the changes happening in Kyle's life, I feel a sense of hope for both of them. I wish them well in their journey as they navigate the complexities of parenthood. I hope that they find happiness and fulfillment in their new roles as parents and partners. And for myself, I am ready to embrace the future with open arms, to forgive and let go of the past, and to create a life that brings me joy and fulfillment. I want to cherish every moment and live with intention, knowing that I have the power to shape my own destiny. While life may throw challenges my way, I feel equipped to handle them with grace and strength. I have learned to adapt and overcome, and I will carry that knowledge with me as I move forward. My experiences have shaped me into a person who is resilient and capable, and I won't let fear hold me back. As I think about the relationships in my past, I want to cultivate those that bring positivity and joy. I want to spend time with people who inspire me and motivate me to be my best self. I hope to create a network of friends and loved ones who will support me through thick and thin, and I will strive to do the same for them. In the journey ahead, I am committed to embracing change and growth. I want to continue learning and evolving as a person, both in my personal and professional life. I hope to take on new challenges and push myself beyond my comfort zone. Life is an adventure, and I want to make the most of it. I also recognize the importance of self-care and taking time for myself. I want to prioritize my mental and emotional well-being as I navigate the complexities of life. This means making time for activities that bring me joy, practicing mindfulness, and seeking balance in my life. I want to be the best version of myself, and that starts with taking care of my own needs. As I reflect on my past, I realize that every experience has contributed to the person I am today. I want to honor those experiences and the lessons they taught me. I hope to use my journey to inspire others, to show them that it's possible to overcome obstacles and create a fulfilling life. I want to be a source of encouragement for those who are struggling. Life can be challenging, and I understand the importance of having someone to lean on. I want to offer support and understanding to others, just as I have received in my own life. As I look ahead, I feel hopeful about the future. I believe that good things are coming my way, and I am excited to embrace new opportunities. I want to approach life with an open heart and an open mind, ready to welcome whatever comes next. I also want to be patient with myself as I navigate this journey. Change takes time, and I want to allow myself the grace to grow at my own pace. I understand that setbacks may happen, but I won't let them deter me from my path. Instead, I will view them as opportunities for growth and learning. In closing, as I contemplate the new chapter that awaits me, I am filled with a sense of gratitude. I am grateful for the experiences that have shaped me, for the lessons learned, and for the support I have received along the way. I am ready to move forward with confidence, knowing that I have the strength to create a life filled with purpose and joy. I look forward to what lies ahead, embracing the uncertainties and the possibilities that await me. Each day is a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to create a life that reflects who I am and what I value. I am ready to step into this new phase of my life, filled with hope and excitement for the journey that lies ahead.
Kelsey, are you planning on coming to my wedding? Although you happen to be Andy's older sister, I hear that you are a middle school graduate that plans on coming to my wedding. All the other guests will be surprised to see you there, I assume. I mean, it is expected that everyone that shows has some form of education, or at least a job worth working.
Fern, how are you doing? It's been so long since the last time you and I talked to one another. What are you trying to say to me right now?
I shouldn't have to explain myself for you to understand what this is all about, right? I know for a fact that your little brother is a doctor, and you know that very well.
Yes, I am very aware of that, in fact.
Hearing that a doctor's older sister never even made it past high school? That is very hard for me to believe, even coming from the man I love. If that's really the case, though, then that must mean you are pretty much useless at everything, correct? Right now, I am really wondering why someone as skilled as Andy had to end up with such a waste of space as you, Kelsey.
Are you making all those claims about me only based off the fact that I only graduated out of middle school? When you had met with me previously, was that the same way you judged me then?
I could see that you looked very nice in that fine dress you had on. But when your mother was going to explain your situation to all of us, Andy stopped her and told her to keep it quiet, right? That's when I knew that something very fishy was going on. I could tell that you were the one in the family that everyone sees as taboo and most likely don't like very much.
So that's how you came to saying such unfortunate things about me. Well, you were very mistaken then. You just happen to have a misunderstanding of me and what I do as well as of my past then. I believe my brother was just being kind and making that whole meeting about you guys and not about me by having my mom shut up.
Well, I'm sure people could say it like that as well then. Andy knows that you're an embarrassment to your family, and that's why he restrained your mother from talking any further about you. I get that you guys are all trying to hide the truth from us.
Fern, I'm sorry to say this, but you are very much wrong about that. That was not Andy's plan whatsoever when stopping my mom.
You poor, poor thing. Not only do you have such a terrible education, but not even your parents spent any time raising you into a proper adult.
Excuse me?
What I'm saying is true, right? You never graduated high school after all. I understand your family tried their best to cover up what a stain you are on your family's image by dressing you up in such a nice dress. But I could tell the moment I saw you that it was all a hoax.
Are you sure about that?
When you become someone of my status, it's pretty easy to tell the truth from the lies. I work with things like flowers all the time as an expert florist, so I have a very well-trained eye for all sorts of things. The way you act is even a bit rough.
I can see that.
If you are planning on coming to our wedding, then I'd really enjoy it if you took some classes in becoming a responsible adult and learn how to have manners. If you're not able to do that for me, then you won't only be causing a lot of embarrassment for your brother Andy, but for his bride as well.
I would like to ask you this just out of my own curiosity. But what school did you end up studying at and graduating from to become such an expert florist as yourself?
Huh? And why would you like to know such a thing as that?
Is it wrong of me to ask?
Even if I told you where I studied, someone like you would never be able to understand its importance. I'm surprised you were even able to ask me what school I've gone to with such confidence as that.
Well, I'd really like to know where you've went before your wedding. You say that you are an expert florist and a teacher now at that. That must mean you'll be arranging your own flowers to decorate the wedding, correct?
I teach things like making bouquets and things like that. But I'm also able to teach things like flower arranging for weddings and funerals. I happen to be from a school that's taught me all of that. So not only can I perform, but I can teach as well. So if you're trying to ask me to help teach you anything about it, I'm afraid it's all too high level for someone who couldn't even make it out of high school. Perhaps you should try taking after your brother first, instead of asking me such brainless questions.
Well, that didn't quite answer my question, but I'll be looking forward to hearing more from you at the wedding. And I hope on that day you'll be willing to tell me what school you went to.
How's it going, Miss Never Graduated from High School? Have you finally been able to recognize the large gap in status between you and I?
You really have arranged all these flowers here well.
You're able to see just how amazing of a person and florist I am, right?
To be honest with you, I don't see one bit of what you're talking about.
I guess even this is too hard for someone with no education or upbringing to understand, huh? Come on now, do you want to give it a try?
You're asking me to?
You can go ahead and try arranging some flowers. I'm feeling confident about you. I happen to have a lot of flowers left over that you can work with.
I might end up making you look bad, but is that all right?
What?
Do you really think the way you have all these flowers set up is the right way to display them for your own wedding?
What are you talking about, Kelsey? I was able to do all of the arranging by myself, and that's made my marriage to Andy even more exciting today. I knew that something like flower arranging would be too much for someone who couldn't make it out of high school, nor was ever even raised properly by her parents.
Then I suppose I will have to arrange some flowers for you today.
Really? I'd like to see you try.
Well then, allow me to put all my knowledge and skill into making up some very beautiful pieces for your wedding today.
What the heck is that? What is the meaning of all this? Why were you able to make such a beautiful and outstanding arrangement of flowers?
I just happened to use the skills I had to make up that arrangement for you. Of course, these are skills I learned while studying flower arranging in Japan at the Royal Palace there.
What? Royal Palace? In Japan?
I seem to have found that large gap you were talking about before, Fern. How does it feel knowing about it now, too? Has this completely ruined your mental state, making you want to quit your job as a so-called expert florist?
What are you on about? Tell me right now. What do you mean you got to study doing flower arrangements at the Royal Palace in Japan?
I happen to be a professional florist. And, as such, I was invited to Japan to study at the Royal Palace there in a 3-month course learning all the different techniques they use over there. And the reason that my brother stopped my mom from ever telling you any of this before was to stop her from ruining your pride.
Huh? Ruining my pride? Why?
Because, unlike you, who is just a florist and a teacher of flower arranging, I am a professional in the field. And had you learned that I'm a very famous flower arranger, you might have taken that personally and lost confidence in yourself. So, based on timing and things like that, I was going to wait to tell you about myself another day.
So, you guys hid all of that about yourself for my sake?
I told you that already, right? My family wasn't going to just go all in on making you feel like you're worthless compared to me. We happen to really care about how you feel and wanted to make sure we did everything we could to make you happy.
But I was told you never graduated from high school. And that's why I just assumed you were some lowlife with no education. I don't get what's going on here. Telling me that you're a professional florist and things like that aren't making things easy for me. If anything, you're saving all that until now has really caused me to freak out.
After I had moved from middle school to high school, I found out during an art expo that there was such a thing as flower arranging. I tried it out and found that I really loved the art and wanted to make a career with it, but didn't know how. When I asked the lady running the expo about it, she told me a lot of times professionals will travel the world learning all about the art of arranging. So during my second year of high school, I went and studied abroad in places like France and Italy, learning about flower arranging from the pros. I ended up staying out of the US for longer and longer, and when I finally felt I'd learned enough to make a career out of it, I moved back and by that point didn't return to high school, but instead got my GED. And after starting my work and making a name for myself, I was invited to the Royal Palace in Japan, where I learned even more about flower arranging and their ways.
What? That's what happened?
Just know that I have my GED, so it's not like I didn't technically graduate from high school.
So you're telling me you never did drop out of high school or anything like that?
Well, not like your average dropout anyway. Now, can we start looking forward to this wedding of yours?
How am I supposed to look forward to my wedding today after what you've done? I get that this is supposed to be my special day, but because you had to show off with your flower arranging, everyone's going to think I'm a joke. I'll lose everyone's respect in me and become a complete failure. At this point, there's no point in going on like this and having a wedding.
I understand that this might all be hard for you, but it's still the day of your wedding. I think you should stand back up and give it all you've got to make this day special for you and my brother.
Everyone that I teach is here at this wedding today. And right now, they're all starting to talk about having you as a teacher.
You can relax when it comes to that. It isn't often that I take in students under my wing, and it's very hard for me to even accept anyone. I don't even feel as though me teaching them at the stages they're all at would do them any good. Also, I don't have the time to teach anyone at the moment, as there is too much going on in my life.
Are you trying to say I have all the time in the world to teach them?
I'm not saying that in a bad way, Fern. It just happens to be that you are a teacher, so it's part of your job. So please don't get the wrong idea from what I've said.
I am not going to forgive you for all of this.
I'm really not sure why you are so upset with me over what's happened today, but you are supposed to be the bride today, correct? You had only asked me to take a try at arranging some flowers, and that's why I did so. If anything, I'm thankful that the bride asked me to do some of the arrangements for her wedding today. So please, stop trying to blame me for yourself being upset when you know it's not me who asked you to do all of this.
Well, even if I asked you to do all of that, I am not okay with what you've done.
Fern, can you please stop acting like a child right now? Can you please place away your hard feelings towards me and just enjoy your wedding today with my brother?
Why would this happen to me? What have you done? This is all your fault, Kelsey.
Hold on, what are you talking about now, Fern? It seems you happened to become a little too jealous of my abilities and ended up hurting yourself in the process of getting back at me? You tried to come up from behind me and push me into your wedding cake, only for me to move out of the way last second as you sent yourself into it. You made all your guests laugh a lot after that one. I never did anything to provoke what you did, so this is all on you, correct?
The wedding has been canceled, all right? Why are you doing all of this to me?
And why do you keep acting like I'm the one doing all of this to you? It just happens that my brother, my family, and yours, and all of your students that you invited are fed up with your childish behavior. And now the wedding is over because of that, right? What do you want me to do about this? I'm going to be honest that I can't do anything to help you out of the mess you've got yourself into now.
If you had never done something as needless as make those beautiful arrangements, then I could have given a wonderful wedding to all my guests as a happy bride.
It's all over now, Fern, so I think it's a better time than any for you to calm down a bit and think everything you're saying over.
I don't care about calming down right now. If you had never showed off in front of me and all the guests, I wouldn't have had to freak out and come after you. But you went ahead and made such a perfect set of arrangements today.
And I told you already that it's my job to make things perfect as I'm a professional and am paid to be. And this time, I really should have asked for some form of pay after all the work I put into those arrangements for you. But it's my brother's wedding as well, so I thought it'd be okay to provide that service to you all for free. Really, you just happened to not be as good as you thought you were, and so my flowers shined against yours. So please stop getting upset with me for doing what I've trained so many years to do. And I want to ask you to please stop teaching your students your form of flower arranging, as it's not good and they'll never be able to make money with it.
I don't give a crap about the flowers anymore.
And you call yourself a flower arrangement teacher? Shame on you, Fern.
You know dang well that the wedding was the most important thing to me today. I'm sure that with the way things turned out, Andy is going to want a divorce now. It's all because of you that my whole wedding and marriage has been ruined.
Fern, have you still not realized anything yet?
Still not realizing anything? What are you talking about?
The only one that's to blame for all of this happening to you isn't someone like me or my family, but yourself.
Huh? What do you want to say to me?
I was trying to make that very clear to you just a bit ago. You tried so hard to make yourself look good in front of me by gambling on me being bad at flower arranging. But after you realized that I was no joke and far more competent than you at this job, you fell short and began to freak out at the embarrassment of having all your students look up to me. And you have to realize that in doing all of that, you actually really embarrassed my brother as well, right?
I didn't mean for any of...
Even if you didn't mean to try and embarrass me and make me feel bad about myself, what's happened today is all because of your actions. Do you understand that?
I don't understand a thing about this. The fact that my wedding had to end up being canceled like this?
My brother had every right to ask for the wedding to be canceled after what you did to embarrass yourselves. You were trying to push me into the cake, but ended up falling into it instead. Your face wasn't only covered in loads of frosting, but your dress and everything was ruined and in tatters, right? Can't you see that by not canceling the wedding, things would have only gotten worse for you? I think Andy made the right choice here in having the wedding canceled. Now you should take from this that you have to stop acting like a spoiled brat and move on with your life.
You shouldn't have to say things like that about me. My heart is already broken, and you're going to call me a spoiled brat?
Also, I understand that you think highly of yourself for being a so-called expert florist and teacher, but you don't have any of the necessary requirements to be a teacher in that art, right? I believe you really need to find a new job for yourself, as you are no teacher, and if anything, you're a scam to all your students. So please stop calling yourself an expert in things like that for me. Your way of arranging is not good, and I wouldn't even put it as being standard level. I think that if you really want to go into this profession, you should start by learning from a professional.
But to become a professional would require me to spend money. What's wrong with me making a little money teaching students with how to do flower arranging my way?
What you are doing is not okay, as it's just another scam. And I've already explained this to my brother so that he can think on it.
What? Why would you do something like that to me?
I'm just trying to stop someone like you from posing as an expert and ruining the image of us real professionals. And can you stop saying you went to school for any of this? I told my brother to make sure you find something else to do besides working in flower arranging. So, you can have a word with him now about how things are going to go for you.
Kelsey, please. Can you please just forget about all this and go back to us both being kind sister-in-laws? I have finally been able to marry a doctor like Andy, and today was supposed to be the perfect day for me. I was having so much fun with everyone being so jealous of me, ending up in the perfect situation. Why did this have to happen to someone like me?
I'm not sure why, but I'm going to say no to that.
Why are you saying no? I'm asking you to please come back and be my sister-in-law.
Even if you ask me in the nicest way possible, I can already tell you haven't learned anything from today and you only want to make yourself feel good. Now good luck fixing that whole mess on your own. I'm sure things from here on out will be tough for you, but I think you should start by finding a new occupation besides working with flowers. Now, best of luck to you when you have that conversation with Andy. I'll be wishing for a future where I'll never have to run into someone like you again. In the end, the wedding was officially canceled and never was able to be finished. And as Kelsey was hoping for, there was never a moment after that day where her and Fern ever ran into one another again. Andy ended up learning a terrible amount about his wife and decided that it would be better to divorce her than sit around and wait for her to learn her lessons. And so, he told her that he no longer loved her and would be divorcing her. He wasn't going to ask her for anything in the divorce, as he already knew she didn't have much. But the one condition he stated was that she could never come around him or his family again after she was out of his house. Fern's parents also ended up giving up on her after her actions, and were not willing to listen to her complain and ask for help after she was divorced by Andy. And it wasn't just her parents either, but pretty much every person she knew showed no sympathy to her and didn't lend a helping hand. And as she sat there for months in her flower shop waiting for people to show up for months on end, she began to realize that there was no use in her being a so-called florist anymore, so she had to sell the shop and move away. She lost a lot of money not having any students or customers come in those months, and even selling the place didn't get her enough to break even on it. So when she moved away, she had to put herself into a very rundown apartment, with not a lot of foot traffic in the area to keep the rent down. Which in turn left her with few options for work, but anything would be better than her being a scam to all her students and paying customers. She was surely asking for it when she tried to play games and embarrass someone like Kelsey. But such heartless games as that will only end oneself in a worse place than they started.
Hey, Katie! What should I buy for Seth's birthday? A watch? Perfume? What do you think about a tie? He's an employee at a world-class company, so...
Buy whatever you want. I don't care.
Sorry? I thought asking you was best because you're his ex-wife. Can you let me know what makes him happy? Why don't you think about that for yourself? Oh, wait. You couldn't make him happy, so that's why he dumped you. Actually, it's the opposite. I dumped him. Don't get that wrong. You don't need to act tough, you know. Maybe this is what he didn't like about you. I'm not acting tough, and it's not the reason why he hated me. You should keep your guard up because you don't know what's going to happen. I won't because he loves me now. Do you really need to one-up me every single time? Don't you even feel embarrassed? Aren't you? You got dumped by him. Oh, and you live with your parents now? Is it because you couldn't pay the rent? You were relying on him? Wow. I moved into my parents' house because it's in the city, and there's no meaning for me to live by myself. I bet you're crying your eyes out every night because you have nobody. I feel so bad for you. Well, anyways, sorry that your friend is this happy. What? We've been friends since childhood. We were, but I really can't stand you, so I want to cut ties. Anyways, guess what? We turned in our marriage certificate! Oh, really? This early? You guys only dated for 2 months. It doesn't matter. Seth was okay with it. Also, I'm so happy right now. It's so funny to listen to a sore loser be this jealous. Since when did you turn into such a bitch? I'm not. I'm just being myself. Anyways, you said that he works at a world-class company, right? Sorry, but that makes me laugh. Are you crazy in the head because you're jealous or something? Just calm down and breathe, okay? Wow. You're pissing me off. Is it okay for me to tell everything that you don't want to know? About what? Anyways, I'm going to dinner with him from now, so I don't want to waste my time talking to you. You're the one that sent me a text first. Hey, we're actually going to have a wedding, so why don't you do the wedding speech? Sure. You better come. Oh, Seth told me that he hated your appearance and was so embarrassed to walk next to you. What? Well, I understand him because you wear cheap clothes and don't wear makeup. Seth really said that? Yes, so for the wedding, wear something nice. And why don't you get your makeup done by a professional? Maybe you'll find someone there. Oh, sorry, did I piss you off again? A minute later. Hey, Seth. I heard that you were embarrassed walking next to me.
She's just exaggerating. I never said that, trust me.
Are you being serious right now? Should I tell her the reason why we got divorced is because you embezzled your own company's money and got fired?
Please don't. I mean, I was gonna tell her, but I can't.
She's gonna find out anyway.
I just want to enjoy my life right now because I love her appearance.
Aren't you embarrassed about what you're doing?
Nope. I mean, life is too short, so let me enjoy my life.
I wonder how Holly is gonna act when she finds out.
Why didn't you tell her, though? You had a lot of time. Do you still love me or something?
No. I'm just waiting for the right time.
You're scaring me. So, I might get divorced soon? I need to enjoy my life now.
You're the one scaring me, Seth. Can I ask you a question? What is your motivation in life?
Nothing. I have a debt of $30 million and I have no job. I mean, life is much easier when you just give up.
Wow. What happened to you? You were in an elite once.
It all happened when I started to gamble. Anyways, why don't we get back together? I need you.
Are you being serious? Absolutely not. Anyways, looks like you guys are going to dinner for now. You can pay for it?
Yes, I actually won 20 grand last time in gambling. Awesome, right?
Then use it to pay off your debt. Oh my god, you know what? I'm turning stupid just talking to you. Well, good luck with everything. day of the wedding. Oh, thank you for coming. I thought that you wouldn't show up because of jealousy. No problem. I was excited. The reception is from now on, so good luck with the speech. How's Seth? He's doing okay, and also handsome as always. I'm just wondering why his family didn't show up. He doesn't have a job. That's why. What? So of course no one will show up from the company. Plus his friends cut ties with him since he's been borrowing money from them. I feel so bad for you marrying someone like him. What are you talking about? You're joking, right? Nope. Sorry, but everything is true. I'm getting ready to talk about it in the speech if you want. Go ahead. An hour later. What the hell was that speech? You even used a projector? Yes, because I needed to explain in detail about Seth embezzling his own company's money. I also needed to explain how he was an elite once, but he went broke and got into debt because he's addicted to gambling and couldn't pay with his own money anymore and ended up stealing money from the company. It was easy to understand, right? This is bullshit! How could you know all of this? Because I'm the CEO of the company. What? If you don't believe me, then search my name. You're my friend from childhood, but you didn't know about this? OMG, it's true! Is this a prank or something? I can't believe this. A debt of $30 million? Using the company's money? You probably can't grasp the situation, but this is the reality. Wait, why was Seth laughing midway through? I think he just gave up on life. I think he had fun because he never experienced this kind of wedding. Fun? What? You're both scaring me. Anyways, why did you act like a drama queen and storm back off at the reception? There's a part 2, so can you come back? Part 2? What are you going to talk about? You'll see. I feel like it's something bad. 30 minutes later. Are you serious? Explaining to everyone about me turning into a trashy bitch who went up someone? Aren't you happy that I did research on you? Of course not! Also, why did you say I was a bitch all along? It's true, that's why. You even showed everyone screenshots of our conversation! That's an invasion of privacy! You even wrote that I'm a loser who got her husband stolen on your blog. How nice. I can't believe you showed that to everyone too! How did you even find my blog? I know everything about you because we're childhood friends, right? OMG! What should I do? I literally want to die! My blog is getting a lot of backlash! Why don't you start your life over? You know what? Why don't I tell everything about you that's embarrassing? Sure. Like what? Hold on. I never showed you my true self, so I want to know what you were trying to say. I saw you eating ice cream by yourself last time. You could say that if you want. It's nothing embarrassing. This isn't fair. My life is over now. Wait. Where's Seth? He's not there. I bet he ran away. Who's gonna pay for the wedding fee? You probably need to pay for it. Good luck with that. Your wedding was pretty big, so I wonder how much it's gonna cost. What the f***? This is all your fault! No, it's not. It's both of yours. This is so wrong! Nothing is wrong. Just calm down and breathe, okay? Shut up! Why didn't you tell me Seth was like this? I thought he put his life together, so I didn't say anything. But I did tell you to keep your guard up because you don't know what's gonna happen. After the incident... Holly collapsed on the spot and cried. Her voice echoed nicely throughout the venue. Seth was nowhere to be found, so she had to pay for the whole wedding. Since a lot of people got to know her true colors, she moved to the middle of nowhere. I don't know what they're both doing now, but I heard that Seth got caught by the debt collector and is working his butt off underground somewhere. On the other hand, I'm still the CEO of my company, and I'm still succeeding. I am experiencing a little bit of backlash, and I regret what I've done, but they should be thankful that they aren't experiencing something worse.
Maria, I want to talk to you about something.
Madison? Hi. Thanks for inviting me over today. I had a great time. I'm sorry I couldn't message you sooner. I only just finished up at work.
You really don't have any common sense, do you? I guess it was wrong of me to expect someone as poor as you to have any manners at all.
Excuse me?
I went out of my way to invite you to my home, but you didn't even send me a message to thank me for letting you in. I got sick of waiting, so I messaged you, but really, you should have messaged me first. Don't you feel any gratitude for the kindness I showed you? Everyone else already messaged me ages ago. I think it's common sense for people to thank someone when they've invited you to their home. Is that too hard for you to understand? I expected the bare minimum, and I got nothing.
I understand where you're coming from, but don't you think you're overreacting? I was at work. I already told you when I saw you earlier that I didn't have time to stick around, remember? That means I didn't have the time to message you. It's not like I forgot to thank you. I was planning to send a message when I had the time to look at my phone. I don't think you have to make that big a deal out of me not sending you a thank you message straight away. Anyway, thank you for inviting me into your home. It was lovely. I was only there for a few minutes, but I love what you've done with the place.
Of course you'd love it! I hired an interior designer especially to advise me on how to set up each and every room. That's something someone like you can only dream of, since you have to work yourself.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that I know it means that you don't have enough money to be a housewife, and I pity you for it. I don't have to work because I'm from a different part of society than you. I'm pretty much a celebrity. I don't have to work, unlike people like you. Having a husband that makes so much money is great, but I guess you wouldn't understand that. I live in an apartment like this, I only eat organic foods, I wear all the latest fashion, and I have enough brand items for an army. I don't think anyone can deny I'm living the best life. Plus, I can show all this off to poor people like you who don't have anything else in their boring lives to look forward to. Being rich is the best. It makes me feel so good about myself, and admit it, you wish you had this life too.
Good for you, Madison.
But I think you're lacking a lot of class for someone who likes to suggest that she's used to fine dining.
Maybe you should find some of that before you buy your next evening dress.
What did you just say to me? What? Do you want to pick a fight with me? Because I'll make you regret you ever said something like that to me. I took precious time out of my day to show you around my beautiful house, and this is how you talk to me? Excuse me, what makes you think you can speak to me like that? I knew it was you after all. It's your fault.
Excuse me? What's my fault? And you say that you showed me around as though I begged you to, but you're the one that pretty much forced us all into your home. You didn't even give us the choice to say no. You ordered us to come, so we turned up. We all thought we were there to have a PTA meeting, but no! You started bragging about the stuff you have on display. What was it? Some fancy plant or something you had in your living room? It was a mystery to me why we all had been rushed to your fancy apartment all of a sudden, but the second you started giving us a tour we didn't even ask for, I knew it was a complete waste of my time. That's why I left as soon as possible so I could go to work.
Shut up! There's no point in trying to change the topic. You're a thief!
Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about now? What are you saying I stole? This is absolute nonsense, Madison. This is so ridiculous I could laugh. Laugh all you want, but it's not going to be funny for long. Not when I get the police involved. I'm not going to let you get away with stealing things from my home. Not an arrogant poor person like you that thinks she can insult me. Are you that jealous of me and my lifestyle? So much that you'd try to steal a part of it from me? Jealous? Excuse me? You think I'm jealous of you? I understand that having a celebrity like me nearby must be really hard for you, since you have to go home to your boring, dull life. But that doesn't mean you can try and take my stuff from me. That watch you stole is really important to me. Do you understand? Give it back, right now! What are you talking about? I don't know anything about your watch. Do you really think that I stole it from your house? I know it was you! Nobody else could have stolen it but you! You better give it back right away or I won't forgive you! Do you understand what will happen if you don't? I'm going to make you suffer, and you'll wish you had never touched any of my stuff. I've had enough of your accusations. Why would I steal your watch? I don't even know what watch you're talking about. And when would I have had the time to steal it? I was only there for a few minutes because I had to get to work. I was literally in and out. How would I have had the time to take your watch? Plus, you were with me the entire time I was there because you were so insistent on showing everyone around. You were the one that was keeping me from leaving. I didn't see any watch when I was there, and I don't know what you're talking about. You're lying! You're full of lies, you liar! You thief! I'm talking about the watch that cost $10,000. You know what I'm talking about. I know you saw it, and I know you took it when you realized that it cost so much. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen your watch. And you said it yourself. I'm too poor to understand how much the things you own are worth. You may want to make me into the bad guy and lay blame on me, but there's no point. I really haven't touched or seen your watch. You're not going to find your watch if you keep pointing the finger at me, because I really don't have it. Why don't you search your own house again? Maybe you just misplaced it. You're lying! I know you are! I'm not that stupid! I wouldn't lose a watch like that! I already know everything, so there's no point in trying to cover up your own crime! Hurry up and give me back my watch! You're not listening to me. I didn't steal your watch. I have nothing else to say to you, so would you please leave me alone? I have better things to do than to be insulted by you. I'll see you, Madison. Hey, honey. When are you coming home?
I'm on my way right now.
Great! Can you buy me some donuts or a blueberry muffin from the convenience store outside the station? I'm really frustrated because of something stupid one of the women from the PTA circle said to me, and I have to eat something really sweet before I blow up.
Really? You're going to blow up? Sure thing. If a muffin's enough to keep you sedated. Oh, that reminds me. I had something to tell you. One of the women in your PTA circle is married to Smith, right? The really rich one that likes to act like she's a celebrity? The one that you said was living in a high-rise apartment and was taking over the PTA circle and is bossing everyone around?
Yeah, she's the one that pissed me off today, actually. What about her?
I'm not surprised. They both seemed like trouble when we first got to know them, but now I'm sure of it. Her husband resigned from his job the other day.
Her husband resigned? Why?
You're not going to believe it. And you're not going to believe what I heard about him.
Who did you hear it from? I don't remember you saying that you were friends with him.
I'm not. I heard it from Howard. Apparently, Smith was asking him to introduce me to him.
Introduce you? For what? Luke, this is starting to sound really suspicious. I hope you're not thinking about getting involved with whatever he's doing. I have a really bad feeling about where this conversation is going, honey.
Of course not. But you're right about it being suspicious. I have no intention of accepting anything he's offering me. So don't worry. I'm not that stupid. I'll tell him that he'll have to find someone else.
He's offering something? Is what he's doing that bad?
I'll tell you everything when I get home. I'll buy your donuts and your blueberry muffin. So hang in there.
Oh, thank you. I'll get dinner ready in the meantime. Are you an idiot? I can't believe you would be so stupid. Who are you calling stupid? That's my line. I've never seen anyone as stupid as you. Why did you come back to my house? Did you think you could get the chance to steal something else? No, I came back because you wouldn't stop calling me a thief. You were saying that I was running away from discussing it with you, so I came all the way to show you that I have no reason to run or hide from you. But I never thought you would punch me. What's wrong with you? Why would you punch me in the face like that? Who do you think you are? You're just some poor working woman. I'm a celebrity in comparison to you. What has that got to do with anything? Just because you think you're better than me doesn't mean you're free to punch me whenever you want. You assaulted me. Assault? You're overreacting. You're the one that suddenly showed up at my apartment without any warning. It's only natural I would suspect that you would come back to steal something else. You can't trick me. I know what you're up to. People like you don't have the skills or ability to earn a decent amount, so you can only think of taking from other people. I won't ever forgive you for what you've done. I'm sorry, what? You're saying you won't forgive me for something I didn't do? You're the one that needs to beg for forgiveness after assaulting me. I'm telling you, there's no point in lying. I know that you stole my watch the last time you came to my apartment. Of course I won't forgive you. You're a thief. Even if you begged me, I won't ever forgive you. You deserve to get a punch in the face. You don't even have proof that I stole your watch. And yet you still punched me. There's something seriously wrong with you. Who punches someone on a hunch? Blaming me for your watch going missing just because I visited your apartment is a little far-fetched, don't you think? I wasn't the only one that was there that day. So why do you think it was me? Because you took the longest to send me a message thanking me for inviting you on the house tour. You stink of ingratitude. Of course someone like you would steal my stuff. That's your reason? You're kidding, right? How many times do I have to tell you that it wasn't me? You won't even listen to me. You've got a problem if you think it's okay to punch people just because you believe they've done something wrong. You're jumping to conclusions, Madison. I don't care what you say. Give me back my watch. I know it was you. You can't make any more excuses. A poor person like you might not be able to recognize brand items that easily, but that watch costs $10,000. I know that you're planning on selling it. You should be happy that I'll let you off with just a punch and didn't call the police on you. If I call the police, your life is over. You'll go to prison, you'll be even poorer when you come out, and no one will trust you with their stuff. Excuse me? I should be happy? I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done. You're the one that's going to wish you had never punched me. Shut up! Give me back my watch. You're just a thief. You can't threaten me with anything. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to give you, because I never stole anything. You're just jumping to conclusions, and I'm going to get my revenge for the way you've treated me. You better prepare a speech, because you're going to be begging me for forgiveness. What? You're just a criminal. Why would I apologize to you? You're the one that needs to beg me for forgiveness. If you don't want to be taken to court, you better give my watch back. I've told you over and over, but it's expensive, and someone like you doesn't deserve to own something that luxurious. I told you, I can't. Because I don't have it. I don't want your stupid watch, or the money I could make if I really did sell it. I'm not interested in brand items like you are. But if you don't believe me, then there's nothing else we can do. We've hit a dead end in discussing this, so we need someone else to work this out for us. I'm confident that I'm innocent in this situation, and that you're the real criminal for assaulting me. So I don't mind going to court like you say. That's the best way to clear this up. We'll have someone else decide who's right and who's wrong. Happy? Oh, really? You're happy to go to court? Fine. If that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. I don't need a court to tell me how guilty you are. But obviously you're too poor and stupid to understand. So I'll have my lawyer spell it out for you. You're really going to regret this. You can run, hide, and lie all you want, but my lawyer will find out the truth and make you pay for what you've done. Plus, I have money, unlike you. I can afford the best, and when your stupid lawyer loses your case, you'll be wishing you never answered back to me. You'll finally realize how different our worlds are, and how much better I am than you. Yeah, sure. We'll see how that works out for you. If you agree on going to court, then let's speak with our lawyers and find a date that suits us all. We'll find out who's really in the wrong. You're the criminal! Of course you're in the wrong! You stole my watch! You deserve to get a punch in the face! Are you really sure about that? I wonder when you'll finally realize that your watch was never stolen. I wonder when it'll occur to you that your own husband took your watch and sold it. I bet you'll feel really stupid, huh? What are you talking about? What's your husband doing for work, Madison? Don't you know? Here's a hint. He's not working for the same company as my husband anymore. You may have thought that you would be living like a celebrity for the rest of your life, but it looks like your husband has plans of his own. Why don't you ask him about that? Then you'll realize how stupid you've been. You'll find out that your perfect life isn't as perfect as it seems. Boo-hoo! What are you saying? Are you trying to pin the blame on my husband? How stupid can you get? Why would my husband sell my watch? Sadly, you're the only person that hasn't noticed what her own husband has been up to recently. You should talk to him and see what he says. He might try and lie to you and cover it up. But everyone he worked with, including my husband, knows the truth. Knows the truth? What are you saying he's done? He resigned from his position at the company last month and became a scalper. Huh? A scalper? What's that? I've never heard of anything like that. My husband never told me that he resigned. And why would he? He has a great salary and a great position. What's worth throwing all that away? You're just trying to confuse me and draw my attention away from you stealing my watch. Well, I'm not falling for it, Maria. If you keep on saying stupid stuff like that, I'll punch you again. Madison, listen to what I'm saying, because I've had enough of repeating myself. Your husband became a scalper and started selling your stuff online. What? On top of that, he's been recommending it to his previous colleagues, offering to teach them and give them advice on how to sell things at higher prices. That's how everyone at the office found out why he'd resigned. He hasn't just been selling things that he's bought new. He's been selling your stuff too, since you have plenty of brand items. He must have thought you wouldn't miss anything. He's been selling them at ridiculous prices too. I'm surprised that anyone would want to buy anything for that price. But I guess some people are just desperate to look better than other people. Are you sure he hasn't been buying a lot of brand items recently? And they've disappeared without you realizing? Because I hear he's been buying stuff secondhand and selling that too. That's how scalpers work. When they buy things new, they buy a lot of the same items so they can sell them off at whatever price they want to, and then they buy secondhand items and change the way they advertise the product by taking better pictures and write stuff like vintage, limited edition to draw up people in and sell things at a higher price. Those are the lengths scalpers go to make money. My husband? A scalper? But he hasn't said anything about quitting his job. Are you sure? Has he really resigned? No one's seen him at the office for the past month? Yeah, I'm sure. He was bragging about it to one of his colleagues that he found a better job and wanted a partner to work with him. So he was asking for someone to introduce my husband to him. I can't believe it. My husband! You're telling me he resigned without telling me? You told me the other day that he's been working from home for the past few weeks, right? Why don't you take a look at his room where he's been working? You'll find plenty of evidence to back up what I'm saying, and you might even find your watch. You might even find that you've been missing a few other things too. You're joking, right? I still can't believe it. You mean that we can still afford to live in this apartment even though he's resigned? But if he's not a manager in a major company anymore, if he's making money like that, then it means that I can't brag about my perfect life anymore. Does that mean I'm not special anymore? Why should I care? The only person that ever thought you were special because your husband was a manager and was earning more money was you. Anyway, about the watch you accused me of stealing. Funnily enough, it came up on an online flea market site when I search engined it. I heard from Sarah and the other moms that you made a fuss and sent them all pictures of the watch I stole the evening we went to visit, so I checked with them, and they say it's a match. The watch you say I took and the watch that's online are one and the same. It's been put up for sale on a flea market site? Seriously? You're actually serious about my husband selling my things? And he set the starting bid at a really incredible price, too. I hope that it's all a mistake and that it's just a stranger's watch that happens to have the exact same features. But the page was just created 2 days ago. I felt that it couldn't just be a coincidence and thought I should let you know. It's got nothing to do with me whether your husband sells your stuff or not. That's something you've got to deal with between yourselves. And we can't even confirm whether it really is your watch or not. But I'm not going to take your accusations lying down. Oh my god! That's it! If we can't confirm whether if it's my watch or not, then it's still possible that you have it! And you tried denying it, but it's still possible you didn't just find that page. You're the one that made it! I can't believe I fell for your lies! There's no way my husband would do anything like that! Here we go again. How about we talk to the police? They can search my house, but they won't find your watch or any proof that I sold it. Plus, they can find out who really owns that flea market page and confirm that I haven't touched your precious watch. But I wouldn't be worrying about your watch if I were you. I bet you'll be arrested for assault before you even give it back. Excuse me? Why would I be arrested? Anyone would agree with me that I wasn't wrong for punching you. It doesn't count as assault. Of course it's assault. No matter how expensive it was, you can't punch people over an accessory. When are you going to get that into your thick head? And you didn't just punch me, remember? You even tried to push me down the stairs. Imagine what might have happened if I didn't grab the handrails. If that doesn't count as assault, I don't know what does. At the very least, I'm going to report it to the police, and we'll see what they have to say about it. They can tell us who the real criminal is. You're going to report this to the police? I did it out of self-defense. The police will side with me if I tell them I felt intimidated by you. That you were going to hurt me. I think the security camera in the hallway outside your apartment will back up everything I'm saying and will prove that you're lying about me intimidating you. Huh? Security camera? If the police check the footage on the cameras, it'll show that you punched me the second you realized it was me when you opened the door. I didn't have any time to provoke or intimidate you, and I certainly didn't try and hit you first. The cameras will prove that you're guilty of assaulting me. Crap! I completely forgot about the cameras. Okay then, how about we make a deal? How much money do you want? That'll be enough to shut you up, right? You're offering me hush money? Wow! No thanks. I think you'll need it when my lawyer shuts you down in court, and after your husband gets caught for the illegal activities he's involved in. You're going to need to save as much money as you can while you still can. Plus, I plan on demanding plenty in compensation anyway. What do you mean while I still can? Your husband resigned from his elite and stable post in one of the biggest companies in the country to become a scalper, which isn't exactly a promising career. I mean, I can understand the addictiveness. It must be like hitting the jackpot in a casino. But that luck's not going to continue forever. One day, he'll be caught, or one day he's not going to be able to sell the stuff he's bought, and you'll both suffer the consequences. And I have a feeling that the police will be on his tail pretty soon, since he tried selling a guidebook to my husband and some other colleagues. a guidebook for reselling items, which he offered for another ridiculous price. Even you've got to agree that it wouldn't be strange if he was arrested for trying to con people.
He was conning people? When?
The guidebook he was selling was full of crap, Madison. And he was trying to sell it for $20,000.
$20,000? Would someone actually buy that?
Apparently, one of my husband's colleagues, a pretty naive guy, was seriously thinking about buying it until my husband stopped him. Your husband tried selling it to Luke too, but luckily for me, Luke's a bit too smart to get caught in a trap like that. But sooner or later, someone's going to get tricked, and I'm pretty sure that your husband will get charged for fraud or something for pulling tricks like this.
Maria, I'm really sorry. I think we had a bit of a misunderstanding. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I panicked when I saw that my watch was gone. I swear. I hope that we can talk about this and make up. We've both had some prejudices about one another, but those will disappear and we can forget about all of this once we get to know each other. Would you like to come over for some coffee?
Of course not. You punched me and tried to push me down the stairs. How do I know that you won't try and poison me by putting something in my drink? I don't want to talk, and I don't want to get to know you. I already know enough to make me feel that I never want to see you ever again. And I think that's a normal reaction for someone who's been punched for no reason.
Don't say that. I really didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I want us to be friends, can't we?
I understand that you're finally starting to worry about the consequences of what you've done, but there's no point in trying to sweet talk me. I'm not going to change my mind about talking to the police, and my husband's planning on reporting your husband too. You'll both have to explain yourselves to the police, not to me.
Maria, please! I don't want to lose this lifestyle! Forgive me! I'm begging you! You can't be so heartless!
Even if you beg me, there's nothing I can do. Even if I could, I wouldn't. You need to learn your lesson. The ones that ruined your perfect lifestyle are you and your own husband because of your own thoughtless actions. And you've got to pay for them. I doubt you'll be able to enjoy your high-rise apartment for much longer, but do your best. I hope you can find a job too, once you're out of prison. Maria filed a report to the police, and both Madison and her husband were called in for questioning. In the end, they were both found guilty of their crimes and were arrested. Madison for her assault on Maria, and her husband was arrested for fraud. Their children were taken in by Madison's parents, and wouldn't be able to meet their own mother and father until they had left prison. Of course, they could no longer live in the high-rise apartment Madison was so fond of, and even when she did get out of prison, a lot of trouble would be waiting for her. She would have to work hard to regain the trust of her friends and loved ones, and would have to go and find a job herself in order to pay the debt she owed after paying Maria her compensation. We can only hope that she learned that doing bad things will always come back to haunt her.
You know, New Year's is a big deal in our family because we have 40 relatives gathering together. Preparing for it is incredibly hard work. I can't have you underestimating how we do things around here. Since you've married into this family, that's just how it is. Of course, I'll give you some instructions, but don't think you can rely on me too much, okay? Finally, we've reached the point of passing the torch to the next generation, so I'm looking forward to relaxing this year.
Judith? With all due respect, I think I mentioned before, but I'm due to give birth around New Year's, so I might not be able to handle all the preparations. I thought I made that clear already.
Huh? I don't recall asking for your opinion. This is just how things are done in our family, and your reasons don't matter. New Year's is New Year's. It's a family event, so you're going to handle the preparations.
As I've mentioned, there's a chance I might actually be in labor during that time, or I could be in the hospital. I'm sorry, but for this year, would it be possible for you to take charge of the preparations?
Of course, if I'm physically able, I will definitely help out. Huh? How many times do I have to say this? My son got married, and now that you're his wife, we're finally passing on the responsibility. I've been doing all the New Year's preparations for years now, and it's been a tremendous amount of work. But now, I finally get to graduate from that. I've been looking forward to this moment for so long. I can't wait to have a New Year's where I don't have to do anything, so you'll be working hard this year. But realistically speaking, it might be difficult for me. Why are you complaining about this now? As a mother-to-be, you should be able to handle something like this with ease. You can't let anything throw you off. I understand that, but... I said I'm not interested in your opinion, didn't I? If you don't like it, why don't you try changing your due date? That's impossible. Surely as someone who's experienced childbirth, you understand that I can't control when the baby will come, right? Not my problem. Got it? This year, I'm not lifting a finger to help. But this is really out of my control. Since we can't predict exactly when the baby will be born, it could happen earlier or later. If it happens later and I'm available, of course I'll help with the preparations. But if I'm not able to, I'd really appreciate it if you could assist. I've told you already, I don't care. Oh, by the way, I have a drinking party with the neighbors starting soon, so I'm off. See ya. Judith, wait. Please, I'm begging you. Hey, where's the New Year's food you were supposed to prepare? Uh-huh. I just gave birth a little while ago, so I haven't been able to prepare the food. What? What are you talking about? I told you how important this is, didn't I? Giving birth doesn't matter. Don't you understand the importance of family traditions? Even if you say that, it's not realistic for me to do this right now. I just went through childbirth. I literally put my life on the line to bring a child into the world. Even if it's the day you give birth, if you're a wife in this family, you make the food for the relatives. Don't use childbirth as an excuse. Get discharged right now and prepare food for 40 people. Are you serious? Of course I am. Don't just lie around lazily in a hospital. You married into this family, so you work like one of us. Understood. I'll come over now. As you should. Even if it takes you all night, you better get it done. Yes. Hey, what are you doing collapsed on the floor? You've caused an enormous commotion here from the start of the new year. We had ambulances and police cars rushing here all because of you. And you couldn't even manage to make food for 40 people? Seriously, what do you think you're doing? Because of your incompetence, I had to use the little scraps you left behind to finish preparing the food. It was your job, and yet why am I the one doing it again this year? You will apologize, kneeling and bowing at my feet next time I see you. And don't think you'll get away with that. You owe me a Chanel bag as an apology. If you don't, you are no longer part of this family. You are a disgrace as a wife, and you should leave this house immediately.
So, it was you, Judith. You're the one who pushed Kenzie to the brink, aren't you? It's not Kenzie who's going to leave, it's you. I'm the one who's utterly disappointed in you.
What? Who's this? Huh? Who do you think you're talking to?
It's me, your husband.
Wait, you're here? Are you serious?
I heard from Kenzie what really happened when I saw her lying there exhausted and you simply laughed it off, telling her, "What are you doing lying down?" I knew something wasn't right, so I asked Kenzie to tell me everything, and she told me the truth. You made her come home and prepare food for the entire family right after she gave birth. I couldn't believe it, but now I know it was all because of you, Judith.
Stop exaggerating. All because of me? That's such a horrible thing to say. I was just following the family traditions. I've always had to take care of the New Year's preparations. And now that Kenzie's married into the family, it's her turn. I did the same thing for years, and now it's her responsibility. I didn't do anything wrong. Don't try to paint me as the villain here.
Are you kidding me right now? You never gave birth in the dead of winter like Kenzie did. And even when you did have our children, my parents were always incredibly kind to you, making sure you didn't have to lift a finger. They took every precaution to ensure you weren't overexerting yourself. After you gave birth, I was the one who took over the household chores, and I didn't let you do anything strenuous. I even know how you slacked off on the housework for months afterward, letting me do most of it.
Wait, that's different. You can't compare our situations. You wouldn't understand, Davis, because you've never given birth yourself. After childbirth, it takes time to recover. My body didn't cooperate for months. It's not like I could just jump right back into things.
Wow, that's rich coming from you. So you know exactly how hard it is to recover from giving birth. And yet you still forced Kenzie to make food for the whole family right after she had our baby?
That's not the same thing. I mean, it's just one day. I thought she could push through and manage for a day. After all, it's only a bit of extra effort.
Your excuses are pathetic. I don't want to hear them anymore. I was shocked when you insisted on staying behind with Kenzie instead of coming with me to my parents' house for New Year's. But now I understand why. You never had any intention of helping her. Instead, you wanted her to suffer, didn't you? I'm truly disappointed in you, Judith. You've let me down.
That's not true. I just thought you were working so hard lately that you deserve a break. I didn't want you stressing over the New Year's preparations. That's why I stayed back. It was for your sake, not hers.
Enough! From now on, I'm leaving everything in Kenzie's hands. I've already crossed a line by borrowing her phone to message you, but I can't sit by and let this continue. When I get back, we're gonna have a serious discussion. And just so you know, this will be your last New Year's with my family. You won't be around to celebrate with us next year.
Wait, Davis, what do you mean? We've been married for decades. How could you suddenly turn against me like this and take her side? You're my husband. How could you? Are you even listening to me?
Judith, it's Kenzie. I gave birth recently, and your son went back to your house to drink on New Year's Eve. You didn't even bother to come to visit your new grandchild. And instead, you both stayed behind, celebrating without us.
So what? What's the big deal? You could have just made the food at your house and brought it over to Grandma's tomorrow. We could have seen each other then. What's with all this drama?
I was literally risking my life giving birth. The only one who cared enough to come by my side was Davis. But by the time he got here, I had already returned home to start preparing the food. When Davis found out what I was doing, he rushed over to help. He called an ambulance for me, but if he hadn't come in time, I don't even want to think about what could have happened.
Stop being so melodramatic. If you're well enough to be sending messages, you clearly weren't in that bad of shape. You called an ambulance just for that? You've made a scene, dragging the whole family into it, and now we're all in an uproar. Honestly, you're such a drama queen. And as for Davis, well, he's always been too soft on you.
You're calling me dramatic? I literally collapsed, Judith.
That's your own fault for not taking better care of yourself. You've clearly been neglecting your health if something like this can take you down. All I did was make sure you followed the family traditions like any proper wife should. I didn't do anything wrong.
Davis seems to have made up his mind, but for now, I'll be staying in the hospital as the doctors have advised me to rest. So enjoy your New Year's with your son and the rest of the family.
Of course I will. We'll have a grand time, as always, while you've made yourself irrelevant in this family anyway.
Actually, Judith, it's you who's irrelevant now. Davis said that he's decided you're no longer part of this family.
Huh. Don't be ridiculous. I've had enough of this charade.
I don't know if it's a charade or not.
but Davis seems pretty serious. He's planning to divorce you. What? Divorce? That's impossible. We've been married for so many years. There's no way we're getting divorced. If anyone's getting divorced, it's you and my son. You're the one who should leave this family. No, Judith. Davis is fed up with your cruelty. He's done with you. Oh, please. You must have brainwashed him or something. My bond with Davis is stronger than anything you could ever imagine. Our marriage is solid. It's yours that's falling apart, not mine. And let me tell you, my son has been complaining about you nonstop. He says you've gained so much weight since getting pregnant that he can't even look at you as a woman anymore. It's no wonder, really. You've been lazing around, stuffing your face with junk food every day. You know, Judith, you really love running your mouth, but I'm done with this conversation. I'll come to your house once I've fully recovered, and we'll settle things properly. Until then, this is goodbye.
Kenzie, I truly apologize for what happened yesterday. The fact that I didn't notice things had gotten this bad is my failure as well. I've made you shoulder so much. I don't even know how to properly apologize.
Davis, thank you for reaching out. But please, you don't have to apologize. I'm the one who's sorry for dragging you into this mess. It must have been difficult for you too, and I can't imagine how shocked you were yesterday.
Yeah, I won't lie. It was pretty shocking. But after seeing all the evidence, honestly, I feel more resolved now. If she's gonna behave like that, then I can't just sit back and stay silent any longer.
Right, I understand. So, what are you planning to do?
I've made up my mind. I've put up with a lot from her for years, thinking that it was easier to ignore the issues than face them. But now, seeing how far things have gone, I realize that ignoring her behavior has only made everything worse. And now you're caught up in it. This isn't something I can just tolerate anymore.
You've really had to go through a lot with Judith, haven't you? Honestly, when I heard what you said to her yesterday, I was shocked. I thought I was the only one she'd treated so harshly.
I know. I can't apologize enough for that. The truth is, I've been letting her get away with everything for years. I never really pushed back, and she took that as a green light to do whatever she pleased. She became arrogant, never lifting a finger, and treating everyone around her as though they owed her something.
So that's what it was like for you too.
Yeah, even when our son was born, she was pampered and treated like she was doing something amazing. I didn't see it at the time, but we all coddled her too much. I thought I was doing the right thing by supporting her, but I realize now that I was just enabling her behavior. She got used to everyone catering to her whims, and before I knew it, she was manipulating people into giving her whatever she wanted.
I see. You're not the one at fault here, Davis. You don't need to beat yourself up over this. Judith is the one who created the situation with her behavior.
Maybe, but it's my responsibility too. I let her act this way for too long, thinking that it was easier to just ignore the problems. But now this situation has escalated beyond anything I could have imagined. The fact that she treated you the way she did, I just can't let this slide anymore.
I'm glad to hear that you're taking action. It's been tough, but knowing that you're standing up to her gives me some peace of mind.
I'll handle things from here on out, but Kenzie, you shouldn't have to deal with this either. Don't push yourself too hard. Let me take the lead on this.
Thank you, Davis. I appreciate that, but I'm ready too. I've got everything I need, and I'm prepared for whatever comes next.
Good to hear. I'll start the necessary discussions on my end. You just focus on your health and well-being. Don't stress yourself out more than you need to.
Of course. I'll do my best. I'll talk to your son about everything too. I know we both need to be on the same page.
That's important. Make sure you two are aligned, and then we'll move forward together. But don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. I feel so much better knowing that you're by my side.
Of course, Kenzie. We're family. I won't let Judith's actions tear this family apart any longer. We'll get through this.
I hope so. I just want things to get better from here.
They will. I'm certain of it. We've been through too much to let her continue controlling things the way she has. It's time for a change.
Yes, it is. Thank you again for everything, Davis. I'll talk to your son and we'll figure out our next steps.
Take care of yourself, Kenzie. I'll be in touch soon.
Thank you, Davis. You too.
What have you done? How could you say something so outrageous to my husband?
Oh, I see you've heard about it right away. That's quite ironic coming from you. You have no idea how shocked I was when I learned the full extent of everything. I can't believe you were having an affair with an old male friend and that your husband got involved with that friend's daughter. It's such a disgusting mess. It's unbelievable.
I didn't know anything about it. I had no idea his daughter would end up in a relationship with my son. We're all married, so I never thought it would come to this.
Well, that makes sense. I'm sure your son would say the exact same thing. I mean, it's beyond disgusting to think that your mother and her father were dating while they were both married. If I were in his shoes, I'd feel like throwing up.
What did you just say?
Honestly, it's just plain gross. What on earth are all of you doing getting involved with each other while being married? I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
How do you even know about all this? It's not just about my son.
Believe me, I was just as shocked. When I noticed my husband acting suspiciously, I hired a detective. It turned out that everything was connected, and I found out about your situation too. But honestly, I intended to ignore it, at least until this incident happened.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't really care about what you were doing with your life. Frankly, it was none of my business, and I had no way of knowing how much Davis was aware of your actions. I was going to keep quiet about it.
Then why did you say anything?
Well, Davis was already exasperated with your behavior, and he said he was considering divorce. So I figured that telling you wouldn't change anything. Since I was at that point, I decided to tell you everything just to support Davis, who was on my side.
If I hadn't done this...
Right. You probably wouldn't have been asked for alimony, and you could have had a regular divorce. Scary how resentment works, right? I've been through a lot of pain because of you, so I think it's only fair that you feel some pain too.
You must be kidding. To try to ruin me for such a reason?
Ruin you? You're the one who's been thinking about men other than your husband. I think the problem lies with you, who did something you wanted to hide. So you'll be getting divorced and kicked out of the house. You've been a stay-at-home wife until now, but from now on, you'll have to work hard and live on your own. If you'd like, my husband and I can get divorced too, so we can help each other out. I'll be getting a hefty alimony for my divorce. I want nothing to do with a lousy man who betrays me for his pregnant wife, while he thinks he can make me work.
Wait a minute. I get it now. We're both reflecting on our actions, so please forgive me for this incident. I won't treat you meanly from now on. We can all be a happy family, right?
Don't say it so casually. You could have put my life at serious risk here. And you think saying sorry will fix everything? You're the one who betrayed me, thinking you can just soak up the sweet stuff while I'm hurting. But do you have any idea how deep that wound is? Just saying I'm sorry won't heal it.
Please, I didn't expect this divorce to happen. I'm begging you. Can't you say something to help us out?
I've already told you that I think divorcing is the right decision. You've mistaken your position because people have been too kind to you. This incident should help you realize just how incompetent you are. Now, go ahead and fall into hell with your worthless son and reflect on your choices, you pathetic woman.
How could you say that to me after everything we've been through as a family?
You think being a family means ignoring betrayal? No, it means holding each other accountable for actions. You failed at that, and now you have to face the consequences. You think this is easy for me? I didn't choose to be in this situation. I thought we were in this together.
Together? You thought this was about support? No, it's about truth. You've lied and betrayed, and now you're expecting sympathy? That's rich.
What about my sacrifices? Everything I've done for this family.
Sacrifices? Sacrifices for what? To enable your son to repeat your mistakes? No, I don't think so. It's time for you to face reality.
You have no idea what I've sacrificed. This isn't just about you and me. It's about our families.
And what about my family? Do you think I'm just going to sit back and let your actions destroy everything? No way.
This is all so unfair.
Unfair? Try to put yourself in my shoes for a moment. You think this is just about you? I'm the one left picking up the pieces.
I never intended for any of this to happen. I thought we were family.
Family doesn't betray family. That's the lesson you need to learn. You've caused this mess, and now you expect me to clean it up? No.
Please, I'm begging you.
You've begged enough. Actions have consequences, and it's time for you to deal with them.
I can't believe this is happening.
Believe it. This is your reality now. You've made your bed, now lie in it.
I never thought it would come to this.
Well, now you know. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee.
Can't we just sit down and talk this out? We might find some common ground if we just listen to each other.
Talk it out? What do you think we are, friends? You've betrayed my trust, and you want to sit down like nothing happened?
I'm not saying we should ignore it. I'm just suggesting that we find a way to move forward without further conflict.
Move forward? You've shattered trust. How do you expect to just move past this?
I understand, but we have a history. We can't just throw that all away.
History? You mean the history of deceit and betrayal? That's not something I want to build on.
It doesn't have to be like this. Can't you see that we both have made mistakes?
Mistakes? You call what you did a mistake? This isn't just a simple error. This is a betrayal that has real consequences.
I regret it. I truly do. Can't we find a way to make amends?
Amends? You think saying you're sorry is enough? It doesn't work that way. You have to face the fallout of your actions.
I understand that, but can't we just talk it through?
Talking won't change what you've done. I need time to process this, and you should too.
I'm willing to wait. I just don't want this to be the end of everything.
It's already changed everything. You need to accept that.
I will accept it, but I want to at least try to fix this.
Fix it? You've broken things beyond repair. The trust is gone. There is nothing left that you can do besides going and rotting in hell, Judith. Goodbye forever. Both Davis and I got divorced, and afterward, we completely severed all ties with each other. The two of us, who were thoroughly bewildered by our family over this matter, seemed to have been cut off from our relatives as well. Of course, my husband and Judith never once saw my child's face. Instead, I made sure to receive the appropriate alimony payments from them before completely cutting ties. I believe that these two, who cannot understand the pain of others, should learn by experiencing pain themselves. The divorce marked a significant turning point in my life, one that I had never expected. I remember the day we decided to end our marriage vividly. It felt surreal, as if I were watching a movie unfold rather than living through a personal crisis. Both Davis and I had invested so much into our relationship, and yet, here we are, deciding to walk away from everything we had built together. The moments leading up to that decision were filled with tension and heartache. We had spent years trying to make things work, attending couples therapy, and having countless discussions about our future. However, with each conversation, the realization grew stronger that our love had faded, replaced by resentment and misunderstanding. The emotional distance between us became insurmountable, leaving us both feeling lonely even when we were in the same room. After the divorce,
we agreed that it would be best for both of us to cut off all contact. This decision was not easy, but it felt necessary. We had grown into different people, and the foundation of our relationship had crumbled under the weight of unmet expectations and unresolved issues. Severing ties seemed like the only way to allow ourselves to heal and to move on without the constant reminder of what we once had. In the aftermath, it became painfully evident how our decision had affected not only us, but also our families. They were invested in our lives, and the news of our divorce left them reeling. I could see the shock in their faces, the questions that hung in the air, and the disappointment that lingered. They had witnessed our journey as a couple, celebrating our milestones and supporting us through challenges. Now, they were faced with the reality that we were no longer a united front. Our families attempted to understand what had gone wrong, often asking questions that felt intrusive and painful. What happened? Why couldn't you work things out? Is there any way to fix this? These questions were a reminder of the heartbreak we had experienced, and I struggled to find the words to explain our situation without oversharing or delving into the painful details. I wanted to be honest, but I also wanted to protect myself and my child from the judgment and scrutiny that often come with a divorce. As time passed, the tension with our families only seemed to escalate. It felt as though we were both on trial, with our relatives dissecting our choices and emotions. In the end, it became clear that this fracture in our marriage had created a rift in our families as well. Relatives who once supported us began to distance themselves, unsure of how to navigate this new reality. I felt the weight of their disappointment, as if I had let them down by failing to uphold the ideals of marriage and the family they held dear. As we distanced ourselves from our families, I found solace in the thought that I was protecting my child from any unnecessary complications. I had no desire for my child to be caught in the crossfire of our divorce. I knew that introducing my child to Davis and Judith would only complicate matters further. I envisioned a future where my child could grow up without the emotional burden that often accompanies broken families. I made a firm decision. My child would not meet Davis and Judith. It wasn't out of spite, but rather a protective instinct. I wanted to create a nurturing environment where my child felt safe and secure. I wanted to shield them from the conflicts that could arise from a complicated family dynamic. This choice, while difficult, felt necessary to ensure that my child could thrive without the added weight of our adult issues. With the financial aspects of our separation resolved, I focused on moving forward. I ensured that I received the appropriate alimony payments, which allowed me to maintain a sense of independence. I was determined to provide for my child and create a stable life, free from the turmoil that had defined our past. The financial support was not just about money. It represented a commitment to my new path, a path where I was in control of my life and my future. As the days turned into weeks, I couldn't help but reflect on the emotional scars that lingered from the divorce. It was not just a matter of ending a marriage. It was about the loss of dreams and the hopes we had for our future. I grappled with feelings of sadness and anger, often wondering if I had made the right choices. The grief of letting go was heavy, and I found myself questioning everything: my decisions, my worth, and my ability to love again. Through it all, I recognized the importance of understanding pain. I believe that both Davis and Judith were unable to comprehend the hurt they had caused, as they seemed to live in their own world, blissfully unaware of the consequences of their actions. I felt a deep sense of frustration toward them. They had moved on with their lives, seemingly without a second thought about the emotional turmoil that enveloped me. I often thought that perhaps they needed to experience pain themselves to truly grasp the weight of their actions. I didn't wish them harm, but I wanted them to understand the complexities of human emotions. Pain has a way of teaching us invaluable lessons about empathy, kindness, and the fragility of relationships. I hope that one day they would face their own struggles, forcing them to confront the reality of their choices and the impact they have on others. The journey toward healing was not linear. It was filled with ups and downs. There were days when I felt strong and empowered, embracing my newfound independence. I explored interests that I had long neglected, rekindling old friendships and discovering new passions. I focused on self-care, understanding that healing takes time and that it was okay to grieve the loss of my marriage. In contrast, there were also days when the weight of loneliness felt unbearable. The silence in my home could be deafening, and I missed the companionship that had once brought me joy. I felt like I was on an emotional roller coaster, with moments of hope followed by waves of sadness. I realized that I needed to allow myself to feel these emotions fully, to acknowledge the pain without judgment. Gradually, I found strength in vulnerability. I began to open up to friends who had supported me throughout this journey. Their understanding and compassion were a balm to my wounded heart. I cherished the moments we spent together, sharing laughter and creating new memories. Their presence reminded me that I was not alone in this process and that support could be found in unexpected places. As I began to embrace this new chapter in my life, I also focused on my child. My love for them was unwavering, and I wanted to ensure they felt secure and cherished. I was determined to create an environment where they could thrive, where love and understanding were the cornerstones of our lives. I made it a priority to instill values of empathy and kindness, teaching my child the importance of recognizing the emotions of others. I wanted to raise a compassionate individual who could understand and connect with people from all walks of life. I wanted my child to grow up knowing that it was okay to feel pain and to learn from it. I shared stories about resilience and the importance of understanding others' experiences. In retrospect, the divorce was a transformative experience. It forced me to confront my own beliefs about love, relationships, and self-worth. I learned to embrace my identity beyond being a wife and mother. I discovered the power of self-love and the importance of setting boundaries. The pain I had endured became a catalyst for growth. It taught me resilience, the ability to rise from the ashes and forge a new path. I emerged from the darkness with a clear understanding of who I was and what I wanted from life. I became determined to create a life filled with joy, purpose, and love, both for myself and my child. As I look back on my journey, I feel a sense of gratitude for the lessons learned. Each challenge shaped me into the person I am today. I now embrace my future with open arms, ready to face whatever comes my way. The road ahead is filled with possibilities, and I am excited to embark on this new adventure.